already got one over there, they didn't know. So I got over there, my first tour was between 64 and 65, just before it started. And then after that it was in 67.
Wow. So, man. Hey, thanks though, because you know, all the stuff that you guys learned is what we were taught, and that's how we stayed alive.
Yeah, but this is a whole different thing here in the desert versus the jungle. Basically,
sure, but
we were learning off the, what?
But I'm talking about like the city warfare, like was it the Tet Offensive and all that, where they were up in the cities,
yeah.
and so many people got hurt because they weren't used to that.
Let me get you across.
Yeah, let's get her across. I won't keep you much longer, man, but yeah, because a lot of what they taught us about urban warfare came from the streets of Vietnam.
We picked up a lot of stuff from OT guys, the way the Japs did.
Yeah.
But Charlie learned from them.
And the French who were there before.
Yeah, it's just, unfortunately, they didn't let us fight that.
I mean, but if we could look back and we'd say, well, communism probably won't support itself anyways, we could have just kind of sat back a little bit.
Well, that's when everybody, you know, they were worried about that. They were worried about North Korea coming again.
Yeah.
The whole idea of, communism moving along, that was before they broke down the Berlin Wall and everything else. So,
yeah. I remember that. Wow, that was crazy.
There was a lot of crap going on. Same way there is now.
Well, but that's what I was about to say. You know, people are like, oh, we're in a special time. And I'm like, wait a second. I remember the day the Berlin Wall came down. Like, that was huge.
This time, I'm sorry for these kids if the world still stays the way it is. If this country still stays the way it is.
But you got to think, in '69, they were like shooting kids on college campuses who were protesting the draft. And I'm not saying like being a draft dodger is the thing to do, but goddamn, we're Americans. If we want to protest, that's all right. Nobody deserves a bullet.
I don't mind anybody protesting. I don't want them destroying shit.
That me too, right? Because that's a crime.
It's just like Charlie Kirk. I loved him.
I didn't even listen to him, but I don't think anybody should die.
I loved him only because he would talk. If you had something that you didn't agree with him about, he would call you down. He'd put you in the head of the line and debate you. And that's the way these yo-yos should do. I've never trusted the government anyhow, after what I went through in Nam.
Yeah, for real, right?
But what I was going to say is I applied, my buddy and I applied for LAPD when we got out. He got out the same time I did. He got in. I couldn't pass the psych test.
Division?
No, psych.
Oh, yeah. Psychology.
Because basically, to be very candid,
I know.
I'm a dirty Harry.
I know, dude.
If I see you...
Listen, you don't have to... I know, but that was because Vietnam, man. That's like, you saw it, you had to deal with too much.
Not only that, it's the court systems even back then was so screwed up. It's more for the defendant now than it is, or it's more for the plaintiff than it is,
Well, it doesn't seem like the justice is measured. It's like a guy can go rape a fucking kid and do like 3 months, and then I could have gone to jail yesterday for riding in the crosswalk. And it's like, wait a second, these 3 officers spent 45 minutes with me in handcuffs while there's victims all over town. And I wasn't getting violent. I wasn't doing anything. They threw me in handcuffs before they even asked for my ID.
Marshall, where my other post is, I'm just filling in for this guy. Where my other post is, it's a cul-de-sac. It's a 4-house cul-de-sac right across from the schools down the street. Well, there's a stop sign on the cul-de-sac. 4 houses. Guy's got his car parked in front of his house with a for sale sign on it. And a marshal came by and gave him a $100 ticket because you're not supposed to park within 30 feet of a fucking stop sign.
I like that, and like, I wish they would put a sign up that says, the bike lane can be blocked from this point to this point. Because if it was real busy, I'd have to ride in the road, which is not the end of the world, but it's like, well, wait a second. You know, if I ride in the crosswalk, I get a ticket, but these guys get to sit here all day waiting for their kids. Well, anyways, I won't keep you any longer. My name's Matthew.
All right, Matt.
Mike, you'll probably see me riding circles.
If I'm here through next Friday, I'll be here next Friday.
I'll try to be because...
I guess his son is in doing some football or stuff, so in the afternoon he has to take off. But I guess he's not here next Friday morning, so I'll be here then.
Riding this circle is going to be my new protest until they give me another citation. See you, Mike. Semper Fi.
Take care.
Thank you.